It's morning. You haven't eaten since last night. Your stomach is empty, your insulin is sitting at basement levels, and your body is in that quiet, powerful state that most people never take advantage of. And I get it. I've been that guy lying in bed, phone in hand, scrolling, thinking, do I really need to go outside right now? The pillow is warm. The couch is right there. Your brain is whispering, just eat something first, you'll have more energy. I believed that for years, by the way, that you needed fuel before you moved. Turns out, that's backwards, and you're about to see why. You stand up, feet hit the ground. Your sympathetic nervous system wakes up. Think of it as your body shifting from sleep mode to, let's move. Heart rate climbs, not a sprint, a gentle nudge. Now here's the thing. Because you're fasted, there's no fresh glucose floating around in your blood. No cereal, no toast, no orange juice giving you a quick sugar hit. So your body has to make a decision. Where do I get the energy for this? Your liver taps into its glycogen reserves, stored sugar, like a small emergency stash. But that stash has been partially drained overnight. There's not much left, which means your body is about to flip a switch. And what happens next is the reason most people have fasting completely wrong. Your body starts releasing norepinephrine, your body's personal trainer. It goes straight to your fat cells and says, we need fuel. Start breaking down. And because your insulin is low, there's nothing blocking that process. Here's how I explain this to the guys I work with. Insulin is like a security guard standing in front of your fat stores. When insulin is high, after a meal, that guard is on duty. Arms crossed, nobody in, nobody out. But when insulin is low, that guard clocks out. The gates open. You're walking. Insulin is low. Norepinephrine is knocking. Your fat cells are answering. Sound familiar? That feeling when you're 10 minutes into a fasted walk and something just clicks, like your body found a gear you didn't know existed. That's this. That's what you're feeling. And it's about to get better because we haven't even touched what happens when your body fully switches fuel sources. Now you're cruising. Your body has fully transitioned. You're not running on leftover glycogen anymore. You're running on fat. Your muscles are pulling fatty acids from your blood and converting them into energy through beta oxidation. Basically, your body is taking chunks of stored fat, breaking them into smaller pieces, and feeding them into your muscle cells like logs into a fireplace. And that fire is burning clean and steady. Now here's where most people mess this up without realizing it. They think, if walking burns fat, running must burn more fat. Logical, right? Completely wrong. When you sprint, your body panics. It demands quick energy, glucose. It bypasses fat entirely and goes straight to sugar stores. But walking says to your body, relax, we've got time. Use the slow-burning stuff. Fat as fuel. That's what's happening right now. I used to be the guy doing fasted hate at 6 in the morning, wondering why I felt like garbage and wasn't losing weight. Took me longer than I'd like to admit to realize I was literally outrunning my own fat burn. Just walking, fixed that. But the fat burning isn't even the part I told you to pay attention to. That moment I mentioned at the beginning, we're getting close. Let's talk about something that might mess with your head. Right now, your cortisol is elevated, and I know you've seen the posts. Cortisol is making you fat. Cortisol is destroying your metabolism. Cortisol is the enemy. Yeah, no. Morning cortisol is supposed to be there. It's part of your body's cortisol awakening response. It helps you wake up, feel alert, and mobilize energy. When you combine that natural spike with fasted walking, it actually helps your body access more stored fat. The villain isn't cortisol. The villain is chronic cortisol, the kind that stays elevated because you're sleeping 4 hours, pounding energy drinks, and running on anxiety 24/7. That's a different animal. What you're doing right now, calm, controlled, fasted walk, this is cortisol doing exactly what it was designed to do. Ever notice how every fitness guru seems to have a different opinion about cortisol? One says avoid it at all costs. Another says embrace it. Here's the cheat code. Context. Acute cortisol during morning movement is your ally. Chronic cortisol from a lifestyle that's falling apart is your enemy. Same hormone. Completely different story. Don't let Instagram scare you out of a good thing. Alright, something is happening right now that you might already be feeling. And honestly, this is the part that keeps me coming back to fasted walks more than any fat loss benefit. Your head is clearer. That mental fog that usually hangs around in the morning, gone. Here's why. Your body starts producing more BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Sounds like a sci-fi movie. Think of it as fertilizer for your brain cells, helps them grow, connect, communicate better. Walking increases blood flow to the brain. Fasting increases BDNF. Combine both, and you've got a cocktail that makes you sharper, calmer, more focused. Some of the most creative thinkers in history were obsessive about their morning walks. They didn't know the science. They just felt it. That's not just being outside. That's a fasted brain on movement. And people pay hundreds of dollars for nootropic supplements trying to chase this exact feeling that you're getting for free. Knowing what happens during a fasted walk is one part. Actually building your day around it so everything compounds. That's where most guys get stuck. I put together a complete 30-day battle plan that lays out the fasting, the meals, the training, day by day, no guessing. It's pinned in the first comment. And if this is making sense to you, hit subscribe. Next one goes even deeper. But remember that moment I told you to wait for? The one around minute 40? We're here. About 2 years ago, I was dealing with joint pain that wouldn't quit. Recovery was slow. Energy was tanking by mid-afternoon no matter what I ate. I was doing everything right, hitting macros, training hard, sleeping decent, but something felt off, like my body was rusting from the inside. Turns out, that's almost literally what was happening. Inflammation. Think of it like rust on a machine. A little is normal. It's how your body heals. But too much for too long and things break down. Joints ache. Recovery slows. Energy disappears. What you're doing right now, right at this moment in your fasted walk, is running an anti-rust protocol. The combination of low insulin, steady movement, and the metabolic state you're in is helping your body clean house. Your cells are doing maintenance work they can't do when you're constantly fed and sedentary. This is also when autophagy, your body's cellular recycling program, kicks into higher gear. Your cells take damaged components, break them down, and repurpose the materials. Like a renovation at the cellular level, and your fasted walk is the contractor keeping the project on schedule. This is the part that changed it for me. Not the fat loss, not the mental clarity. The fact that walking in a fasted state was helping my body repair itself in ways I couldn't see but could absolutely feel. The joint pain eased up. Afternoon energy came back. Recovery improved. I wasn't doing more. I was doing less, but at the right time. You know what that feeling is? That lightness in your body right now, like something heavy has been lifted? That's not your imagination. You're rounding the corner now, heading back, and I want you to stop for a second and think about what just happened. You didn't push through a brutal HIIT session. Didn't white-knuckle some grueling workout. You walked. But look at what went down. You mobilized fat stores, burned fatty acids as primary fuel, outsmarted your cortisol instead of fighting it, gave your brain a performance upgrade, and triggered a cellular cleanup process that most people only get from extended fasts, and you got a taste of it from a walk. All because you combined two simple things: not eating and moving your feet. Now here's one thing I don't want you to get twisted. This isn't a magic bullet. It doesn't replace eating well, it doesn't replace sleep, it doesn't replace picking up heavy things and putting them down. But if you're already fasting and you're not doing this, you're leaving results on the sidewalk. Literally. Here's what I want you to try. Not tomorrow, not next Monday, tomorrow morning, when that alarm goes off and your brain starts negotiating. Just 5 more minutes. I'll start next week. It's too cold outside. I want you to remember what your body was doing during this video. Every phase, every switch that flipped, your body already knows what to do. You just have to get out of bed and let it. Always consult a healthcare professional before making drastic changes to your diet or exercise routine. The information in this video is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Listen to your body, and if something doesn't feel right, stop and seek guidance.